Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming video event from Table Rock Sports Productions. It's in partnership with our local school districts and outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Terry Ross, coming to you live from not North Medford High School tonight. We're coming to you live from Spiegelberg Stadium, Cobb Field, here in Medford, Oregon. This is the Lithia Superstore game of the night. Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon is powering it, and it features the Grants Pass Cavemen coming to town to take on the North Medford Black Tornado. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net. It's in partnership with the Medford School District and our sponsor business partners who keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. You can also help out Table Rock Sports if you would. You can go to Table Rock Sports. You can go there by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And some of you have already done that. A lot of you have already done that. And we say thank you to you. Next up is the Bills Glass Coaches Corner. It's brought to you by Bills Glass, who's been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years, as you listen to TableRockSports.net.
I ride the bus to get to work. My family and I just moved here, and my wife and kids use the car right now. Being able to ride the bus has been huge for us. All right, first day at the new job. Here we go.
I ride the bus because I don't really like to drive anymore. I can take it to the store without needing to ask for help. It also takes me to my kids' house.
Bills Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bills Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bills Glass show you what you've been missing. Bills Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bills Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Welcome back to the Bills Glass Coaches Corner. Bills Glass is locally owned, family run. Bills Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. So Grants Pass comes into this. The Cavemen come in 1-3 on the year. They started out with a win against Del Norte, 20-6. And then have lost 3 straight, including last week up in Salem to West Salem, and losing that one 49-14 to a previously winless West Salem team. As they admit, in all of the reports that you have seen, they're a young ball club, and mistakes are going to happen, and mistakes happened certainly for real up there in the Salem area last week. But as Coach Chin said before the game, and as the reports have said, they have athletes. They've got an athlete at quarterback in Nathan Bassett. They have a good running back in Gage Blay. They've got some good receivers out there, and what they have to manage to do is just not self-destruct with penalties and turnovers like they had last week up in West Salem. So, young ball club, but they're looking to get it right, and they will. You just don't want it to be tonight if you're North Medford. By the way, we welcome the Grants Pass listeners. We'll try to root for you as hard as we root for North Medford, because this is a North Medford broadcast, but we're glad to have you along and would love to see your team do well tonight, because that would be encouraging for everybody that they're coming along. When we return here on the Bills Glass Coaches Corner, we'll talk about North Medford. They're coming off a huge win up in North Salem last week, 56-21 over the previously number 1 ranked North Salem Vikings. We'll talk more about that one when we return here on TableRockSports.net.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, Dear Katie, I've been your number 1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your number 1 fan. Love, Dad.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
And we welcome you back to the Bills Glass Coaches Corner, brought to you by Bills Glass in Medford, Ashland, and Grants Pass. Let's talk about the North Medford Black Tornadoes. We said they went up to North Salem last week and just utterly crushed number 1 Salem 56-21. And what I told Coach Chen was just an exciting first half. Plenty of explosive plays on both sides of the ball and for both teams, as North Medford started it off on the 4th play when North Salem went back to punt. The Black Tornado blocked it and scored a touchdown. A.J. Pugliano falling on it and getting it into the end zone, and it was quickly 7-0. We're talking 5 seconds into the game. Well, not quite. A little longer than that. But they didn't take them very long to get on the old scoreboard, and just quick like, it just became an exciting ball game. A couple of big plays by North Salem, some big plays by North Medford, and away we went to a 35-21 halftime lead. After that, it was all North Medford. We talked to Coach Chin before the game about that, and one thing we wanted to talk about was what John Madden would refer to lovingly as the Big Uglies, because the offensive and defensive line really were the key to last week's ball game, and he says that, you know, he likes his offensive line. I can tell you that. He loves his offensive line, and he'll tell you that any time they play well, they're always going to be physical. But he says as long as they do their assignments and do what they're supposed to do, they're going to dominate. And they certainly did dominate up there. In fact, as you saw online, Chris Henry's writing, why the North Salem team only had 2 offensive series in the third period, and I can tell you, neither one of those series ended well for the Vikings. Likewise, the Big Uglies on the other side, on the defensive side, they put on some wonderful pressure last week. And, of course, Coach Chin says that's just the way they are. They like to play physical. They're going to come after you. And come after them they did. North Salem didn't have a chance a lot of times to even get into their offense before there were a couple of North Medford players on the field. And here comes the North Medford Black Tornado onto the field. And they're ready to play some football here tonight. As Grants Pass is in town, they hope to keep this thing going. They're really looking forward to keeping this thing going on a super, super rainy night right now, although the all-weather reports seem to indicate this will taper off and at least start tapering off in about another half hour. One can only hope. We are delayed simply because of the weather. We had lightning strikes here at the stadium before the game ever started, which means we have to start a 30-minute count, and the teams didn't get onto the field until almost 6:30 this evening, so that's why we're running late. But we plan on having football. We've had no more lightning and thunderings since that moment, and it looks like it's going to be all good. We're going to go away for just a little bit here, as this has been the Bills Glass Coaches Corner. Locally owned, family run. They've been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. What we got up next is the kickoff, as you're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays. Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
And we welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular here on TableRockSports.net. Set up the unofficial stat book. It was interesting that they during the national anthem the band didn't play, but they had a group singing it along with some students. Had to be students. It wasn't on key necessarily, but they all were singing loudly and proudly our national anthem. You can hear them all the way over here. So the Black Tornado will kick this off. Deep for Grants pass is Pete Wamatai. I didn't get down there to figure out all of the names because of the weather delay, and Cole Carnes. So we'll have to maybe figure out some names as we go along. We apologize to the Grants Pass people for that, but it's kind of the way it works out sometimes. Nobody counted on a weather delay, and which kept the teams in the locker room a little difficult to get to. Ready to kick this off for North Medford, Caden Morse. The 5'11", 175-pound senior. All the way back. Carnes is going to take it. He drops it. He's going to pick it up at the 1. He's out to the 5. He's not going to even make the 10-yard line. So they'll put the ball down 1st and 10. And they're going to set it right at the 10-yard line. So Bassett will play quarterback. He will have Blay and Amade, I'm assuming is his name. They're going to give it to Amade, who's going to go nowhere. They're going to drop him, looks like, back to the 8-yard line. I'll bring up 2nd and 12. Same formation, same 2 running backs for the Cavemen. This time they'll give it off to Blay. Blay's at the 10. Blay gets around 1. He's out to the 20-yard line before he's finally bumped out of bounds. In fact, it looks like, hold on, it might even be closer to the 25 where the one official is standing. It's at the 23-yard line. So we'll give Blay a gain of 15 on his first carry. Now in the backfield, Blay is the only one. Now he'll move up beside Bassett. They're going to give it. Nope, Bassett's going to keep it pitching. That looks like a fumble. And if it is, Grants Pass is going to, fortunately for them, get back on it. And grabbing that for the Cavemen was Cole Carnes. And to get by with only a 2-yard loss. We'll give it to the 2-yard loss to Bassett. I'm not sure that that's officially correct, but that's the way I'm going to do it. Because he made a pitch, but it just didn't go anywhere. Blay hung up right at the line of scrimmage. Robbins, one of the first ones in, Jeremiah Robbins. And he keeps him to no gain. So that'll bring up 3rd and about 12. Scoreboard says 13. We'll go with 13. Oh, no. Let's see who they throw this on. I guess it's going to be on North Medford. AJ's raising his hand. AJ Pugliano. Jumping just a little fast that time. 3rd and 8. Blake going to be met again. It is Pugliano this time. Fourth down. Blake got a couple out of that. 17 yards already for Blake. Back to punt it. I want to say it was number 14, but I'm not sure about that. But here's the punt. It's going to be taken by Cecil Rose. Cecil Rose at the 40. He gets past one. He's out to the 45. He'll dive and get ahead close to the 48-yard line. Oh, there's an unsportsmanlike penalty. Have to lean out the window to see this one. A little activity after the tackle on Grant's pass. Well, that's something they can't afford, for sure. We're going back the other way. All right, well, in fact, it's going to be a first down for Grant's pass. Apparently, they went the wrong way the first time. I'm going to say a penalty was on North Medford. It's clear out to the 42-yard line. Blake looking for somewhere to go. He's wrestled out of bounds. Getting there was Cameron Nix. Blake's going to lose 3 on that one. The yardstick says 2nd and 12. Should be, well, never mind. It was a 3-yard loss, so it should be 2nd and 13. But anyway, let's just play ball. Back to the 39-yard line right now. And it goes way over the head of Bassett. He's chasing it, and he's going to fall on it. But unfortunately, he's going to fall on it back at the 22-yard line. That'll be a loss of 17. And 3rd and way beyond anybody's math. That's what I'm going to say. About 22 yards. Something like that. About 20 yards. 3rd and about 20. Roughly. A 30 is what they're saying. Incomplete. Intercepted. That went off of the hands of Connor Johnston, and Tate Snyder grabbed it before it hit the ground. That's probably not a fair to give that to to Bassett, but he's going to get the interception. Here we go. Meeker in at running back. They're going to hand it off to him. He's across the 50 and down to the Grants past 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of... It's got to be a bigger gain than 1, but that's all it is a gain of 1 by Meeker. And now we're having somebody having to leave the field. That's Nolan Kelly going off, being accompanied by the officials, so we'll assume that's an equipment problem, and Kelly will be right back. Meeker remains the running back. Traeger Healy at quarterback. Give it to Meeker. Meeker at to the 40 and inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Third and about 3 now. It'd be a big stop for the Cavemen if they can force North Medford to turn the ball over. The problem is that North Medford's not going to turn the ball over here. If it becomes 4th down, they're just going to go for it because it's still going to be 4th and fairly short no matter what happens. Give it to Meeker again. Meeker gets away from 1. He's down to 45. He has the first down as he's down to the 32-yard line. So far, Meeker is the offense. 12 yards, unofficially. I tell you what, I'm not making fun of the officials. I'm just looking at them. Some of these guys look like they must have been linemen back in their day. Don't want to mess with this crew tonight. Here's Healy to Pugliano. Pugliano to the 30. And they're going to say that's that. And now Pugliano. Oh, here we go. There's a flag. There's another flag. A lot of pushing and chirping. A long discussion. Very long discussion. Here we go. Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. And dead ball foul. Yep, both ways. And it'll be first down. That's all we get out of that. Put it down at the 31-yard line. Which I think North Medford gained a yard out of that discussion. I thought Pugliano was down at the 32, but they say not so much. Kelly back into the game now. Split out here to the right side. Healy clapping his hands. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Rolling to his left. Fires for the end zone. Incomplete. That time he was looking for A.J. Pugliano and couldn't quite reel that one in. Now Kelly's out, coming into the game. It's Cesario who will break out. And then now on the other side, to the outside is going to be Tony Martinez. Give this to Meeker. Meeker will be upended quickly on that one. He's down at the 24-yard line. Meeker's only going to get a couple. We're down to 4:48 to go here in the first period, and the rain is beginning to lighten up as they said it would right around this hour. Supposed to go away by pretty much by 9 o'clock, so the game will be almost over by the time the rain totally quits, or so they tell us. They being all the weather apps. Pugliano, motion, back the other way now. Healy, looking, he's going to take off. He's not going to get very far, though. And there's going to be, no. Grants Pass thought they had a fumble recovery, and you saw running down the field that time Ashton Park, but they're going to say the ground caused the fumble. Not so much, they say, not so quickly. And a first down. Healy runs it just far enough, down to the 22-yard line. Just far enough to get the first down. So North Medford keeps driving, 3:47 to go, first period. And now what do we have here? We've got timeout, North Medford. And that will be their first timeout. We'll take a quick one ourselves here and see if they take the whole thing as you're listening to TableRockSports.net.
My name's Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
Table Rock Sports is excited to be partnering with the Rogue Credit Union once again for the Touchdown Club. Rogue Credit Union will donate $10 for every Black Tornado and Panther touchdown scored this year. Proceeds go to the school's athletic departments. We tell you that because North Medford is driving that direction right now. They're down to the Grants Pass 22-yard line. Pitch it around to Kelly. Kelly goes around one, gets around a second. He's at the 20. He's going to be bumped out at the 14-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 2. Way down at the 18. Inside the 20 for the first time is the Black Tornado. Meeker still at running back. Healy will give it to Meeker. Meeker's at the 10. Meeker's met, but he's going to be down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 12 for Meeker. And, of course, a first down. First and goal now at the 7-yard line for the Black Tornado. Down to 3:20 to go in the first period. Right now, the Black Tornado just taking their sweet time. Not in any great hurry. Robbins joins Meeker now in the backfield. And look for him to give it to Robbins. They do. Robbins gets a Meeker block, but he's not going to be able to get anywhere. They're going to wrestle him out of bounds just after he gets around the corner. Wait and see if we put this down. They're going to put it right back down at the 7-yard line, so no gain for Robbins. Second and goal. Grants Pass getting there nicely that time, the right side of their defensive line and linebackers, making sure that Robbins doesn't go anywhere. Healy back to pass. Healy rolling. Healy at the 10. Healy's into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Tornado. So we'll write quickly here before we forget everything that's happened. That comes with 2:06 to go in the first. And Morris, now we got somebody being accompanied off the field again. Not sure who that time was accompanied off the field, but they got to bring an extra person out. Time's getting away from them. There's the snap. Kick is good. And the stadium goes black. So with 2:06 to go in the first, it's North Medford 7, Grants Pass nothing on the John L. Scott scoreboard. We're back on Table Rock Sports right after this.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
And we're back. The hesitation here is because they made both teams, and now they want both coaches out in the middle of the field. This is the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular on TableRockSports.net. Can't tell what they're pointing to. I think they're telling both coaches that somebody better get this game settled down. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Nope. Now they're out there talking to the athletic director. Who's going to join the conversation. And from here, we really have no idea what they're discussing. After all of that, we're going to play football. Don't ask me, people. I just watched the game right along with you. Table Rock Sports welcomes Solar Pros and owner Mason Mahaffey to our sponsorship team. Solar Pros can save you thousands on your home solar panels installation. Check out their Facebook page to learn more. Search Facebook, Solar Pros PNW. After all of that, officials say, play on. So we shall. Morris to boot it deep. That's fumbled a second time by Carnes. The next they moved him over. They changed sides that time. But now he's going to be stopped short of the 20-yard line again. This is looking like about the 17-yard line where the officials will be putting the ball, and that's exactly where it's at, 17-yard line. The rain has reduced itself to very, very light. So probably not that big of a factor right now. So here come the Cavemen back on offense. They turned it over on an interception. Gonna hand it off this time, and Blaze not going anywhere. They're going to put that where I think it is. That's going to be a loss of 6. That's exactly what it is. Second and 16. We'll set up in the same formation with Blay back there at running back. Bassett from the shotgun. Back to pass, under pressure, gets away from one, fires it downfield, and it's caught. It looks like it's going to be really close to a first down as it's out to the 22-yard line. Gain of 11. Third, not quite a first down. 3rd and 9. Out to the 18-yard line. My mistake. I gave them 4 yards more than they should have had. Man in motion. Here's Bassett back to pass. He's going to step up. He's going to try to run for it. He's got it. He's out to the 25. He's out to the 30, 35. He'll step out of bounds at the official says the 40-yard line. There's a flag. Way back there. That's not a good spot. There'll be a spot at the foul, so it'll be from the 25-yard line to push into back on Grant's pass. So, back it up 10 from the spot of the foul. Back to the 15-yard line. We'll just take that pass away, or run away, as we're down to the final 10 seconds here of the quarter. And it's third, as I look at the sticks, probably about 11. I don't think they're going to get it off. 3, 2, 1. That's it. There's the quarter. So we made it through one at the end of one on the John L. Scott scoreboard. North Medford leads it by 7 as you listen to TableRockSports.net.
What do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
We're back with the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night. Powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Switching sides of the field. And Grants Pass looking at a 3rd and 12 now from their own 15-yard line. Put Blay in motion. Want to pass it that way, and they're actually aiming for Carnes, but it'll fall incomplete. Another punt coming up for the Cavemen. I'm snickering because for a moment the official had it on the 14-yard line. I think Grants Pass is going to lose a yard just for huddling up. Cesaro back to receive. My goodness, had all day to get that one off after fumbling it around. One bounce goes over Cesaro's head. He picks it up. He's trying to outrun everybody. He's going to be dropped at the 35-yard line. So North Medford begins 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Just the start of period number 2. Now, last time North Medford just was willing to take their time bringing the ball down the field until they punched it into the end zone on a 7-yard run by Treger Healy. We'll see if Healy can get this offense going. There's a handoff to Robbins. Robbins out to the, I was going to say the 42-yard line. They say the 43. So that'll be a gain of 7 for Robbins. Gain of 8, actually, if I just look at the yard marker. 2nd and 2. They move it out to the 43-yard line. They started at the 35. Healy drops it. Now he's going to have to take off running. He's not going to get there. He goes back to the 38-yard line. A loss of 5 is what it is. So 3rd and about 7. Healy back to pass. He's under pressure, but he's going to give it off. This is Pugliano. Pugliano taking off, and he's across the 50, across the 40. It wasn't. It was Meeker. Excuse me. Meeker gets it out to the 44-yard line. We always have to do math. You know that? It's a terrible thing. From the 44-yard line of Grants Pass, North Medford sets up again. He's got Meeker in the backfield one more time. Healy sets it up long. No. Incomplete. Looking for Pugliano. But Pugliano went one way and Treger Healy went the other way. Pugliano's going to rest after that. Second and 10. Meeker still back in the running back. They'll give it to Meeker. Meeker's going to be met at the 45-yard line, a loss of 1. Third and 11. So Coach Chin, talking to him before the game, he said, hey, it doesn't care what the record is when Grants Pass and North Medford meet. You're going to have to go out there and earn it. And right now, Grants Pass is making North Medford earn it. They play a 3-4 defense, do the Cavemen. Now they're still getting pressure on Healy. And there's a big-time completion out to Cesaro. Down to the 33-yard line. First and 10 down there now at the Caveman 33 after that gain of about 13. Martinez now out to this side. Healy gets it to Martinez. Martinez will wrestle his way inside the 30. The official is standing at the 27-yard line, a gain of 6. Just slowly taking their time. 2nd and 4 now at the 27-yard line. Meeker one more time, cuts it in. He's going to be close to the 20. He'll have enough for the first down. He's down to the 21. That'll be a gain of 6 for Meeker. And it's 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. 8:12 to go, second period. And North Medford just continues to take their sweet time. Not looking to be the explosive offense that they were last week against North Salem. Of course, North Salem was explosive in the first half, too. It's kind of the way that game went. There's a pass out to Pugliano. Pugliano's inside the 20-yard line. He's down to the 13, they say. That's AJ's first catch for the night. That's not the first time he's been targeted, but that's certainly the first catch. 2nd and 1 at the 13-yard line. Healy sets up the screen. Cesaro. He's down to the 5. And inside the 5. Put him down close to the 3-yard line. Going to run out of room on my page here for Mr. Healy in this quarter. Actually, I won't. I got multiple lines available for him. 1st and goal, though, now for the Black Tornado at the 3-yard line with 6:55 to go, second period. Looking to take it in, double up the score. Meeker. We're going to give it to him. Meeker's in. Touchdown. Black Tornado. As O'Morris will attempt the extra point, and it is good. And And so on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's now a 2-touchdown lead for the North Medford Black Tornado as you listen to TableRockSports.net.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Daily adventures this summer starts at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation. Freshly ground, swiftly brewed. Add some extra crunch to your lunch with our mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken. The perfect combination of crispy juicy chicken and irresistible flavors. Earn free rewards and save at least 16 cents a gallon with our Peak Rewards app. Get supercharged and add to your fuel savings when you purchase Core Water, Nestle ice cream, and Red Bull. This summer, let's meet at the Peak and save on our daily adventures.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
We return to Spiegel Stadium, Cobb Field in Medford, Oregon, as North Medford and Grants Pass are going at it. It's a 14-0 lead for the fourth, make it the fifth ranked North Medford Black Tornado, and they're going to stop Grants Pass again, deep in their own territory. 16-yard line is where the one official stands. And that's where it'll be. First and 10 from the 16 for the Cavemen. They have not had great starting position tonight. And other than the one pass that they threw, they haven't had the ball in the second quarter either. We're almost halfway through, 6:28 to go. We're at the 16, looking to get to the 26 for a first down. Man in motion. Bassett has it, gives it to Blay. Blay is going nowhere. One official says the 21, the other one says the 20, so we'll let them sort this out before we decide what we officially have. The 20 is what we officially have. Second and 12. They put it back right at the 15-yard line. So it's only a loss of one, actually. And we're going to have, encroachment, offside on North Medford. As I have it, that's their third penalty of the ball game. And there's a fumble, and North Medford has it. Coming out of there with it was Robbins. Jeremiah Robbins all over that one. And North Medford has it at the Grants Pass 16-yard line. Trying to blitz, picked up. Healy looking for someone to pass it to. He's in trouble. He'll take it to the 15 and inside. They're going to say it about the 14-yard line. They're debating. Let them put it down. At the 13. Gain of 3 for Healy. 2nd and 7. Doesn't know where for Healy to throw it, but he did have some space out there on the right side of the line and had a little running room. To Robbins. Robbins to the 5 and down to the 3-yard line. Gain of 10 for Robbins. That makes it 1st and goal. Moving players in and out quickly. So we'll see how this. All right, we'll see how this works out. Usually this is not the best result. And there it is. Like we said, not the best result usually when there's somebody coming on. Oh, pick it up. Wind the clock, the official says. Forget it. Now what do we have? Now we have timeout. North Medford. This timeout comes with 3:41 to go in the second period, and the Black Tornado already with a 14-0 lead over the Cavemen. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Brothers. Pardon me while I get that squared away. And enjoy your favorite beverage. And when you stop to get your Dutch love, please tell them thanks for sponsoring these live athletic streams on Table Rock Sports. And today's game is also brought to you by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill in Grants Pass and the Elmer's Restaurants of Medford, along with the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign. They're promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. We'll line it up. Let's do it all over again. 1st and goal from the 3. As the Black Tornado try to make this game a 3-touchdown lead for them. Healy to the end zone. And Pugliano's got it. A little 3-yard toss that time. That comes with 3:37 to go. And there's the extra point. So North Medford increases that lead to 21-0 here on TableRockSports.net.
They're very curious about your new family member.
Hello. We built her so we could get a family plan.
Well, with U.S. Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines.
Oh.
I guess we don't need a 4th line anymore.
This is awkward.
U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
We're back with the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular, right here on TableRockSports.net. And the John L. Scott scoreboard tells you what's going on. It's a big lead right now for the Black Tornado. Grants Pass takes the kickoff out to the 10. They're looking for more space. Not going to get there. Robbins will cut him off at the 15-yard line. That was Blay, I believe, on that carry. Should have put the glasses on it, but I think that's who grabbed that one. But only out to the 15. So now the Cavemen have a lot of work to do. Just hasn't gone right here for them. Some turnovers are hurting. Here's Bassett. Going to have to do some throwing. Oh, man. All right. Pugliano was in there before Bassett or Blake could even make a move. And they put it back at the 11-yard line. Well, there's a loss of 4. Back to pass. It'll be incomplete. Looking that time for Wyatt Peterson. Was Bassett, but couldn't get it there. Lining up behind Bassett right now is number 24, Pete Amati. Bassett back to pass again. Gonna fire again out there. It's again incomplete. This time intended for Carnes. And that's what you call a quick 3 and out. 2:37 to go here in the half. And North Medford's going to get it back. I'm just telling you, since I've seen North Medford games, that they've been playing pretty conservative. I wonder if they're going to try one more. Here comes Grant's pass out on the one man short. Plenty of time, though, apparently, according to the official that keeps the time. Here's a punt. And Grant's pass will down it at their own 45-yard line. That'll leave North Medford with 2 minutes and 24 seconds to think about what to do. This short of a field, if you just kind of run it, you may still be able to get one in pretty easily. Robbins, a running back beside Healy. 3 out to the right. That's the direction Healy goes. That's dropped. Pugliano drops it, but don't know that he really had much going there. That ball was pretty low to him. We'll do it again. 2nd and 10. Still at the 45-yard line. Same formation. But this time to Robbins. Robbins will dance his way out to the 43-yard line. 42-yard line. Gain of 3. 3rd and 7. North Medford definitely is in no hurry to do anything. We're down to about 1:45 to go. As you can see, they're not hustling to get a play called. Healy. Nope. A little too high. Intended again for A.J. Pugliano, but A.J., even though he's 6'4", couldn't quite bring that one down. 3rd and 7. 4th and 7. Excuse me, I lost it down. 4th and 7. North Medford will go for it. So you assume that even though we have 1:29 to go, that this is going to be some kind of a pass here. Healy rolling to his right, turns. He's going to try and run. There's a penalty flag thrown. There's 40. He's doesn't have the first down. There's another flag. All right, we got flags all over, so let's just hold on and see what they want to do here. There's a flag where it would be pretty much a hold or the push of the back at the 45-yard line. It's the one that they threw at the sideline that's a little more interesting. Let's see what we got going. Holding. Face mask. And they're just going to offset, so we'll just do 4th and 7 all over again. That stopped the clock at 1:21. North Medford had the first down, but you could see right away that the penalty was going to probably erase that one. Healy back to pass, steps up, has nowhere to go. He's going to be sacked. Clear back to the North Medford. When they get this all settled out here, looks like it's going to be at the Grants Pass 48-yard line. So a loss of 6 for Healy, which is pretty much what we were trying to get at. Grants Pass has another chance at pretty good field position this time. Martinez there. And you'll hear the Grants Pass fans and others down below. They're not too happy about that one. They thought it was pass interference. The official said nope. Just an incomplete pass. As Martinez arrived at the same time as the ball. Coming out now for Grants Pass is Connor Johnston. And into the game, Wyatt Peterson. Blay is at running back. Incomplete. That was probably incomplete from the moment it left to Bassett's hand as he was aiming for Peterson, but not going to happen. Third and 10.
Freeze, watch the ball, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Well, they're taking a long time as Grants Pass. The hand is up in the air. They better be doing something here. And whistles, and it looks like it's a timeout. Grants Pass. So they'll take their first one of the half. Fall sports action is brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler, and also by our presenting sponsor, which is Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. They have new stores open now in Roseburg and Klamath Falls. So that creates 9 locations at which you can take care of your cellular needs with Siskiyou Cellular. Still raining. I don't know if you can pick that up on the screen, but it's not a heavy rain, but it's still raining. Third and 10 now for the Cavemen. Bassett back to pass, fires. That's going to be in. No, there'll be a catch. Grabbing that one. Oh, RSA incomplete after all. Couldn't hold on to it. That was Troy Osborne, one of their top receivers for the Cavemen. He couldn't hold on. Oh, my. So North Medford jumps. That brings up 4th and 5. Exchanging footballs at a rapid rate here tonight because they're trying to keep them dry. 4th and 5 now for the Cavemen. Inside Grants Pass territory. Bassett firing down the right sideline, incomplete. First and 10 for North Medford. And they'll be starting at their own 47-yard line with 54.6 seconds to go. You have the feeling that maybe a couple of running plays by the Black Tornado, and they're just going to call it halftime. They go in with a 3-touchdown lead. They get the ball first to begin the half. Oh, I'm wrong. There's a screen out to Pugliano. Pugliano's at the 40. Pugliano's inside the 35. Put him down at the 37-yard line. 16-yard gain. It's the officials' timeout. Both teams are headed to the sidelines. So I don't know what that's about. The official indicated it was his timeout. Not sure what he called a timeout for. Today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and by our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use your peak rewards to save on gas and snacks on your next road trip with the team. The home of crispy, crunchy chicken, Pinnacle 365. I'm going to say Grants Pass called a timeout. Well, maybe they didn't. I'm going to have to give it back to them. Oh, we had an injury I didn't see. So I apologize for that. That's Ashton Park walking off the field at least. And they're giving the helmet back to him, so it's always a good sign. Although he's ready to put it on and go play, they're like, not so fast there. Healy back to pass, setting it up again. This time to Meeker. Meeker did the 30, did the 25. He's very close to the 20-yard line. And that'll be another first down. They put it down at the 21. Healy will do it again. To the end zone. Nobody there. Well, we were wrong about maybe them just, running the clock out. Certainly not what happened at all. The extra point is good. So we'll take another quick timeout here. We'll just make it a 30 right now as you listen to TableRockSports.net.
I ride the bus because it helps me get places on my own terms. Another day, another ride. And it's all thanks to Sophie. Everybody say hello to Sophie.
We ride the bus to get to school. We used to carpool from Medford, but this way, we don't have to worry about gas or parking.
Another day, another opportunity for David to be a public menace.
Hey.
Whoa!
We return to the Lithia Superstore game of the night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Coming to you from Spiegelberg Stadium, Cobb Field in Medford, Oregon. And now on the John L. Scott scoreboard, a 28-0 lead for the North Medford Black Tornado. John L. Scott brings you that scoreboard. They have real estate offices in Ashland, Medford, and Eugene. Morris kicks it off. And Blaze going to grab this one. And he'll fight his way out to the 25-yard line. .26-yard line. 14.9 to go. And see what Grants Pass has in mind. We're going to hand this off and going to get some good yardage out of it and a first down, going from the 26 out to the 38-yard line, a gain of 12. And .8 to go. Timeout called. Well, it's not telling me who called the timeout. Oh, I'll take that back. They did. It's a Grants Pass timeout. So I don't know what they're going to do with 7.8 to go in the quarter, although they are on the move. So we'll see what happens here. soon as the officials break up their conference and put the ball down. Again, it's raining a little bit, so they're trying to keep the ball dry. And let's see if they take a long shot, which will give them a second chance, by the way. Pass it back to pass. He's under pressure, though. Now he's going to scramble, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds. Robbins gets there. They're knocking him out of bounds. That's a 33-yard line is where the official is standing. Battle. We'll count the yards here in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's about a 6-yard loss. Now left 1.4 on the clock. I guess I can't really do math. That was a 5-yard loss. And that'll end the quarter as they'll take another 2-yard loss to end the half. So we have made it to halftime here at Spiegelberg Stadium. And at the half on the John L. Scott scoreboard, North Medford leads this one big, 28-0. We'll tell you right now we're going to have an extended halftime, so we'll have some features for you that we're going to play at the half. It's homecoming here at Spiegelberg Stadium for North Medford. And so far they're having a good homecoming as far as football goes. But we'll have more for you on the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. They get my fingers to working here. It's brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. And did you know that the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Hey, you need to check out the program guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. We'll have more for you right after this timeout on Table Rock Sports.net.
I ride the bus to get to work. My family and I just moved here, and my wife and kids use the car right now. Being able to ride the bus has been huge for us. All right, first day at the new job. Here we go.
I ride the bus because I don't really like to drive anymore. I can take it to the store without needing to ask for help. It also takes me to my kids' house.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore. Game of the night here on Siskiyou Cellular. Let's try that again. On TableRockSports.net, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. What you see out in front of you is the North Medford Marching Band, along with the North Medford Color Guard. And they won't be out there too long. As we said, we got homecoming activities tonight. Well, as you know, Joe Brett, our executive producer here on Table Rock Sports, and Fred Condizella, who is the Medford School District Athletic Director, have been getting together and talking about what's going on here in the district. We have another such interview for you. We're going to play it right now as you listen to TableRockSports.net.
We're excited to be back at the District 549C Athletic Office. Our visit with Fred Conzella to catch up on things. Fred, we've had a couple of home football games now, and we touched on in our first interview that there was some help needed from parents. And as it turns out, that first game kind of indicated you had to make some changes. And you implemented those changes for middle school students to be accompanied by guardians at the last home football game. How did that work out Friday?
Well, first off, I would like to thank all of our families, parents and guardians for their support. We had a very, very good evening, and just wanted to thank everybody. As we shared in district communication that went out to families, we are experiencing staffing shortages, and so supervising that middle school section was proving to be challenging because we did have a lot of middle school kids showing up. And so for the safety of our students, requiring a parent or guardian to supervise students is going to work well for us. So we're going to continue that. In addition, we have increased SRO presence because we have had some incidents happen within the community, and so we feel like these adjustments are perfectly timed.
We want it to be a safe and family-friendly experience when we come to the games.
Absolutely. Safety is the number one priority for the Medford School District, and you said it perfectly.
Some great seasons underway. The football teams are doing well, and another volleyball clash is on the horizon for the black and blue matchup.
That's right. We have, not only football happening every Friday night, and both those teams have gotten off to a great start. You can see North versus South Medford High School volleyball happening Tuesday, October 3rd. That's going to be at North Medford High School. They duked it out a couple of weeks ago at South Medford High School, and so you can see a rematch coming up next week on Tuesday, October 3rd. It's going to be a good match.
Always some extra juice for the black and blue matchups.
Absolutely, absolutely. This time at North, so it's going to be exciting. So we hope everybody to come on out and support us. As always, we want to see that gym packed out. And of course, if you can't make it, we're thankful for Table Rock Sports for streaming that live for you all.
Or go to the game live and check it out at home afterwards. That's as well. Right. Works really well too.
You can do both.
Fred, we're really excited to have rekindled our partnership with Rogue Credit Union, supporting Medford 549C District Athletics with the Touchdown Club, and in basketball season coming ahead, the 3-point field goal club. So $10 for every touchdown scored. North and South have taken advantage already and gotten the dollars rolling for the district's partnership with RCU.
Awesome. We'd like to thank the Rogue Credit Union and Joe also for Table Rock Sports for rekindling that again. Of course, those dollars help to support our athletic programs, and so we're extremely excited to be a part of that again. We want to thank Rogue Credit Union for their generous donation.
Let's get the Panthers and Tornado into the end zone as many times as we can, and we'll have Tom Resepke and Benji Ferguson down there keeping the totals racking up.
I like it. Thanks again, Joe. Appreciate you having me, and have a great week.
Fred, good job.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey,
Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your number one fan. Love, Dad.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day. And down on the field, they have the homecoming underway and are introducing now the homecoming court. As you can see here at halftime, it's a 28-0 lead for North Medford over Grants Pass on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Some stats starting with Grants Pass. They haven't had much going for them offensively at all here in the first half. Credit to the North Medford defense. They have Pete Amadai with 8 yards. Well, unofficially that's what I have him with. Gage Blay has 3, as he's just had trouble finding any space at all. And Nathan Bassett has 14 yards. Bassett has completed 1 pass for 11 yards. He's throwing the ball 9 times, and he's completed 1 out of the 9. Also has an interception. Meanwhile, for North Medford, Landon Meeker has 34 yards. Traeger Healy has 2. Nolan Kelly has 8, and Jeremiah Robbins has 13. I have Healy down for 112 yards passing, most of that in the second quarter. Connor Cesaro with 44 yards, Tony Martinez with 6, A.J. Pugliano with 27, and Landon Meeker with 12 yards passing. So that's the way the stats line up in a 28-0 lead. Well, no matter what the scoreboard says is 27. Maybe we're going to have to take a point off then. I didn't see a extra point go awry, but apparently it did. So 27-0 lead for North Medford over Grants Pass at halftime. If we take a look around at what else is going on, though, in the state, I suppose right now the biggest news has to be that in the second quarter, the most recent score we have, West Salem, who won their first game last week against Grants Pass, first game of the season, not the conference, first game of the season, leads number 1 South Salem 21-14. If you can believe that. We'll see how that holds up as the night goes on. Sheldon over Roseburg in the second period, 43-6. North Salem leads McNary 27-0. And see if we can find the rest of what's going on here in the Southwest Conference. That's going to be just about it right there. I'll get myself back there sooner or later. But I think that might be all of the games. Yes, we have you up to date as far as the South, or the Special District 1 as they call it. Used to be the Southwest Conference, but now the Special District 1 is concerned. And we should point out that last night, South Medford went up to Salem and took on Sprague and defeated them 28-19, although Sprague gave them a run. And so South Medford, having completed the week, they're at 2-1 now, conference-wise. If West Salem can hang on and somehow defeat South Salem, and North Medford and Sheldon keep going as they are, they'll both be 3-0. Why is this significant for the Black Tornado? Well, because for North Medford anyway, next week they play Roseburg at Roseburg, and then the week afterwards they're at Sheldon. What I'm implying here is that both Sheldon and North Medford could end up meeting up there in Eugene, and they both would be 4-0 going into that ball game. And yes, that would be a major ball game at that point. And maybe we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves, but it looks like Sheldon is going to hold up its end of the bargain by defeating the Roseburg Indians pretty easily tonight. And of course, North Medford's doing its part right here. Well, we'll see if West Salem can keep it going against South Salem up north. As I say, that would probably be, that'd be a really huge upset. And in fact, I was talking to Coach Nathan Chin about this, and I said that maybe they got a little, the North Medford Black Tornado got a little bit disrespected this weekend as when they were recapping on the OSAA today. They gave the upset that North Medford pulled off against North Salem. They gave it about 2 sentences, and then they were long gone and off on to something else. The homecoming court marching off of the field now. And so we will get the field cleared out of here pretty quickly. Or at least one would assume that here comes the stage crew on the run now, ready to move this thing out pretty quickly. And that leaves us with, actually quite a bit of time to go. But fear not, we'll be back and we'll discuss a couple of other things that might be of interest. And we'll do that when we continue with the Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime show. And I keep forgetting to tell you some things about them, but I do want you to know that excitement is building for the January 2024 opening of the Rogue X Community Complex. The Aquatics and Event Centers await you with 2 indoor swimming pools and water slides, and the Event Center will host basketball and volleyball leagues and tournaments and other indoor events. You can visit playmedford.com to check your fall activities guide, and you'll learn more about the Rogue Credit Union Community Complex, Rogue X. We'll be back with more right after this on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
And we welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night here on TableRockSports.net, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. What we have next for you here on the I got a couple of things I need to read to you because I've been a little slow, but I need to also do this. I need to tell you that in order to maintain safety at games and continue to provide a fun fan experience, that they're eliminating the middle school student section at the high school football games. So moving forward now, all K through 8 students must be accompanied with a ticketed adult, and they even enter the stadium, and they will need to remain seated with that adult throughout the game. We'll catch you up on the Rogue Touchdown Club, which also is something kind of interesting. But right now, let's play this by the Medford Parks and Recreation Facilities. We just talked about the new aquatic center. Here's more about that. Well, maybe not so much. So if you give me 1 minute here, or less, and I can remember where I found if I can remember where I found it, we'll be right back on top of it. How about that? My memories work some days. All right, here we go.
Diverse venues, we got them.
And we're back here at the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show. I was supposed to tell you that after every touchdown, which now the score is now 27-0, that the Tornado add $10 to their Rogue Credit Union Touchdown Club. So they have earned so far another $30. I think that the last time I checked when we left off last, they were at 190, so they might be over 200 right now. The Medford Parks and Recreation Department helps sponsor our fall sports coverage. Swim lessons, basketball and volleyball leagues, a splash pad, and water slides are set to open in January 2024 at the Rogue X Complex at the Howard Memorial Sports Park. You can reserve birthday rooms and packages with sports and splashing. This has been the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Show. Visit them at playmedford.com. There's the kickoff into the end zone. North Medford will begin with the ball at their own 20-yard line. And the rain that they said was going to stop at 9 o'clock has not stopped. If anything, it's getting heavier. In fact, probably my app right here tells me right up front, 100% chance of rain for the next hour. So I don't think the rain is going to quit at all. Here we go. North Medford under with it. Healy out to the side. 25-30 and ridden out of bounds. A.J. Pugliano. For a 13-yard gain that time. A.J. a state leader last week in receiving yardage. Healy was a state leader in passing yardage. Here's a handoff to Robbins. Robbins will take it from the 33-yard line out to the 38. So 5 for Robbins. Second down. North Medford's just been having their way, really, any direction they want. Here's a pitch to Kelly. Kelly gets a block. Kelly will be stopped at the 49-yard line. Kelly will grab 11. That's the second time that they've run that play. Guess they're going to have to back him up 1 yard and give him only 10. But still a first down. Out to the Grants Pass 48-yard line. Give it to Robbins again. He'll cut it across. He's at the 50. And down to the 47-yard line, a gain of 5. Second and 5. As they just keep chugging along at 5 yards a pop. You can see that Grants Pass, though, has athletes. They may be young and trying to figure out how to play varsity football, but they have some athletes. If they get it figured out, they could be scary next year. Healy out to Pugliano, and Pugliano's going to be dropped quickly down at the 43-yard line, so he's only going to get about 4. And some of you that are looking at my timeout say you really should add him back in, right? So I did. Don't want you to be distracted from the game. Healy. Give it to Robbins. Inside the 40-yard line. Down to the 39. Robbins with a gain of 4, which is more than enough to get the job done. And a 1st and 10 from the 39. .855. Already played about 3 minutes here in this third quarter. No. That's going to be off. False start. Yep. First and 15 coming up. Back to the 44-yard line. There's a completion, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 15. Following that penalty. Healy. No, that's not going to work either. Get it off to Robbins. There's going to be a flag. All right. Got a personal foul. Roughing the passer on Grant's pass. That's a 15-yard penalty. And that will be a North Medford 1st down. Going to take him down to the 31-yard line. We roll it down to about 8 minutes, as they say. North Medford really hasn't played any kind of hurry-up offense tonight. They've just been taking their sweet time. But successfully. There's a screen to Cesaro. He's trying to get outside. He can't do it. He's not going to get around. Nope. He will get it down to the 29-yard line. That's only a gain of 2. Second and 8. Funny is against North Salem, North Medford was really moving and getting up to the line and running a play. Tonight, they've just been not in a hurry at all. That's Robbins, who gains 2. Third and about 6. The Black Tornado will find themselves in a official blow. Not using his official whistle, but using his whistle. Got a pretty loud one, trying to get somebody's attention. So 3rd and 6 now. The Black Tornado need to do something here. Here's Healy back to pass. He fires it long. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Pugliano, and let's say A.J.'s 6'4", but he couldn't get up there either. They list A.J. at 6'4" and 220 pounds. Of course, the college coaches, the way they look at this is that he may grow a half inch, You know, they're not looking at him growing upward, but they figure that between the time that he gets there and the age of 22, he's going to put on 15 pounds. So by the time he's done, he's going to be, they figure, 6'4", 235 pounds, which is going to be pretty good size for a tight end. There's a pass to Connor Cicero. Cicero's down to the 15, almost to the 10. He's down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 16. North Medford has it, 1st and 10 now. At the 11 with 6 minutes to go, third period. And they've had the ball the whole period. Brown's pass hasn't seen it yet. Healy, another little screen. Cicero, no, he's not going to get in. Put him down at the 3-yard line. Gain of 8. Leaves him a couple of yards short. One yard, they say. Second down, 1 yard to go at the 3. Here's Healy. He's going to keep it. Healy isn't in. No. Healy will be down at the 4. Make it 3rd and 2 now. Robbins, they're going to give it to him. They do. He's through the middle. He's not going to make it in either. He's going to be down to the 2-yard line. Well, that's about as tight as you're going to get it now. 4th and 1. Scoreboard says, yeah, their scoreboard catches up. 4th and 1 because they can get a first down at the 1-yard line. This whole thing started at the 11. Do not need to put it in to keep the drive going. Although that would be the idea, I think. A touchdown being better than a first down. Although if you get the touchdown, you also get the first down. Here's Robbins, he's in. Touchdown, Black Tornado. So to lead off the 3rd period, North Medford goes down. They leave 3:29 on the clock. As a 3-yard run by number 9. The extra point, good. We'll take a break here as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day here on TableRockSports.net.
What do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one.
Kicking it off is North Medford. Taking it at the 12 is Grant's pass coming across and being dropped easily here before they just after crossing the 20-yard line is going to be Tim Hart. Well, that was kind of a short kickoff, and Grant's pass took advantage of that. Brought it out to the 23-yard line. Didn't leave Grant's pass a whole lot of time here in this third period. The Black Tornado now up 34-0. And not going anywhere at all is Amade. Put him back at the 20. A loss of 3. Second 13. Back to passes, Bassett, incomplete. I have Bassett with 1 completion tonight. Third and 13. Third and 13 now coming up for the Cavemen. Dropped and dropped. Bassett dropped the snap. Meeker was there along with Pugliano to make sure that that was not going anywhere. They drop him back to the 15. A loss of 5. So 3 plays, and Grant's pass will give it up. Having trouble getting their punt team in there. Now they do. There's the snap. And I think everybody's just going to get away from that one. Boy, that's going to take a great Grant's pass bounce. Wonderful bounce. Good grief. Down to the 18-yard line. That hit like at about the 50-yard line. The North Medford decided to let it go. And I don't know what else they could have done. They might have been in danger of fumbling it away, but they let it go. Now they get to start back at their own 18-yard line. 1:29 left here in the third period, and it's a big 34-0 lead for the Black Tornado on the John L. Scott scoreboard. There's the little screen setup. Nope, Martinez drops it. They get 2nd and 10. Seems almost unfair when the quarterback throws it in such a position that the receiver could have caught it and they don't. The quarterback gets charged with an incompletion. I know the coaches probably look at that a little differently, but stat-wise, here was a bad snap, and they tried to hand that off to Meeker. Meeker didn't get anything. Meeker's lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about what they're saying happened. If you hear any shouting, by the way, it's because we're all leaning out the window. North Medford coaches are right next door. I didn't warn them that we were next door. Here's Healy. Back to pass after he fakes it. Now he's going to take off. There's a flag. This is not going to matter anyway. And the ball comes out temporarily. Still North Medford football. And an injured player. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff going on here. We have an injured Grants Pass player trying to get the glasses down there. There we go. Can't tell who that is. He's surrounded. We'll watch for a moment and see what's going to happen here. We may have to cut away. We'll tell you that for almost 50 years, though, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family-run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. And Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit playmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and you can follow along on the event calendar to see what's going on. And I forgot to tell you that North, with that touchdown of 3 yards, adds another $10 into their club account. And getting up here for Grants Pass is number 44. That would be Bruxton Lear. But they've added another $10. They have 5 touchdowns tonight. They've added $50. I don't even know where that puts them. I think they're close to $240. Okay. With all of that, they also called a penalty on the Black Tornado. It's now 4th and 15 as we run down the third period. And apparently, there's enough time for North to just let the clock run out because that's what they're doing. They're just standing there, waiting. 7 seconds. The official isn't putting his hand up in the air. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So we'll head to quarter number 4. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's a big lead for Grants Pass as they lead it. Grants Pass. North Medford leads it 34-0.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Daily adventures this summer start at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation. Freshly ground, swiftly brewed. Add some extra crunch to your lunch with our mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken. The perfect combination of crispy juicy chicken and irresistible flavors. Earn free rewards and save at least 16 cents a gallon with our Peak Rewards app. Get supercharged and add to your fuel savings when you purchase Core Water, Nestle Ice Cream, and Red Bull. This summer, let's meet at the Peak and save on our daily adventures.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
So we start quarter number 4. North Medford's going to punt this one on the Lithia Superstore game of the night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Picking it up is Carnes, but Carnes isn't going to get anywhere. Not anywhere. As Snyder and Murdoch were there to take care of that. So as we begin the 4th, Grants Pass will see if they can figure out something. And we will have a new quarterback for the Caveman, Braden Reese, 6'1", 170-pound junior. Will be in at QB. False start. Make it 1st and 15. Go from the 41 to the 36. Actually, there haven't been that many penalties in this game. It kind of started out that way, but as we've went along, it cleaned itself up. Reese ready to grab the snap. Now there's confusion. Somebody better run a play. Reese will hand it off. They're going to get on the outside. 40. Just run people over and across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Amare with that one. That brings up 2nd and 4. After that 6-yard gain. Give it to him again. He's got the 50. He's got the 45, the 40, 35. Down to the 34-yard line. That was a really big gain that time. 3 plus 13 is like about 16 yards, roughly. Oh, Grants Pass doing a little something here with 10:28 to go in the ball game. Trying to salvage something out of this. Reese will hand it off again, but that's not going to happen this time. I'll tell you what, right there waiting was Isaac Shoup, 6 foot, 270-pound senior. Hey, I don't think so. A loss of 1. That's part of what we say about that offensive and defensive line. Terrell Kim is there. Shoop is a big boy himself. They've got some real size up front and some athletes. Reese. Hand it off. Not going to happen again. And there to meet them that time was Jansen Thompson, along with Joey Newberg. No gain on that one. Yeah, better make it a gain of 1. Looks like they went from 2nd and 11 to 3rd and 10. So, gain of 1. But now Reese is going to be forced to throw it. See what his arm can do. Well, we'll have to wait. Timeout. Grants pass. They want to talk this over. Figure out what to do next here. Table Rock Sports thanks our great sponsors. That would include John L. Scott Real Estate and the scoreboard that they sponsor that tells us that North Medford's ahead, 34-0. Also our longtime friends from Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon. We'd also say thank you to some other sponsors. That would include Conger Morris Funeral Directors of Southern Oregon, the Rogue Valley Transportation District, and just talking about them, they have expanded routes to help you get to work, school, or appointments. Visit rvtd.org and you can learn more. So 3rd and about 10. Reese back to pass by himself, going to go deep. It's not going to happen. Incomplete. Martinez there to make sure that that wasn't going to happen. Fourth down. And it looks like at this point, Grants pass says, let's just go for it. We're on the 34-yard line. And there's going to be a timeout. Grants pass again as they try to solve what's going on and what's happening next. They have a 4th and 10 from the North Medford 34-yard line and not getting in the right formation. Hey fans, it's time for you to get back in the game as an official. There is a critical need in all sports right now. So go to osaa.org, click on the blue Become an Official button to learn more. And Table Rock Sports wants to give out a big hello to our nearly 3,000 YouTube subscribers. You can join the team at YouTube Table Rock Sports and get updates when games go live. So right now, North Medford's going to remain undefeated in league play. Let's see if we can catch up with scores. Don't know how well that's going to work out in between doing everything else, but we'll try it here for a moment. There's not enough players on the field. Going to throw it down deep. Intercepted. Grabbing that one for North Medford is Tate Snyder. He had one last week. It was one that back at the 3-yard line is where they'll be. It was one that I was talking to Coach Chin about. Is his team put such heavy pressure on the North Salem quarterback that in the end he threw it up, maybe not as wisely as he should have. The only person there was Snyder. There was nobody else around to even worry about catching the football. South Salem now leads West Salem in the fourth quarter, 28-21. Hang with me, we'll get the rest of them. North Salem leads McNary 27-0, and here's it taking off and getting loose. Is Jeremiah Robbins. He's across the 30. He's at the 40. He gets around 1. He's at the 50. He's brought down from behind at the Grants Pass 46-yard line. Since that was from the 3, we can figure that 47 plus 4, a 51-yard run for Jeremiah Robbins. That'll help his stats. Sheldon defeated Roseburg 50-12. Giving it off to, I was going to say Meeker, but that's not Meeker. I don't think. It was Meeker. And Meeker picks up 3. My goodness. Robbins is just blowing by people. And the ones he doesn't blow by, he just runs over the top of them. Second and 7. There's a little screen. Complete. Breaks a tackle. Out to the 30. Cicero down to the 29-yard line. And another first down at the 29-yard line for North Medford. 6:16 to go in the ball game. Already up big. Healy to Meeker. That's not Meeker. That's number 25 for real this time. That's Jacob Owings. Owings grabs 6. Owings is a 5'11", no, I gotta get the right guy. 5'8", 175-pound junior. They're going to give it to him again. He'll just bang it on down to the 19-yard line. That's going to be pretty close to a first down. It is a first down. Gain of 4. Oh, they're down to the Grants Pass 19-yard line. Clock rolling. North Medford in no great rush. This game's running a little long tonight because we started about a half hour late due to weather problems. Nobody could get into the stadium until well after 6 o'clock. Teams didn't get out into the field until almost 6:30. And here's Owings again, but Owings will dive and he will be taken down at the 13-yard line. They're going to say the 14-yard line on the scoreboard, so we'll just use that. A gain of 5. Oh, they just keep handing it to Owings. They're going to be fine. So with South Salem kind of recovering and having the lead against West Salem, it looks like tonight, after tonight in the league, that's going to be North Medford, Sheldon, and South Salem, all at 3-0. Getting tight. There's not that many games left. Healy throws it over. And that's going to be complete. To Cicero. It goes down to the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal. I get the 8-yard line. Still 1st and goal. We're down to 2:50 left in the ball game. Healy, another screen pass. This one to Pugliano. Pugliano's in. So with that one, well, Medford really wraps things up here. That comes with 2:44 to go. The extra point is good. So we'll take a quick timeout here on the Lithia Superstore. Game of the night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon.
Jeep Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new 23 Jeep Gladiator and Cherokee 4x4 models, or test drive a new 23 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We return to Spiegelberg Stadium, Cobb Field in Medford, Oregon for the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Right here on TableRockSports.net, the John L. Scott scoreboard now reads North Medford 41 and Grants Pass nothing. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Morris ready to kick it off one more time. And they'll just let it bounce into the end zone. And we are on a running clock, so it's not going to take us very long to finish out the final 2 minutes and 14 seconds. They won't stop it for anything except a timeout. And it's running even right now. We're already, at this point, down to 2 minutes. Reese remains the quarterback. I'm going to turn, hand this one off. And it goes to, I have to dig deep here in my roster. Weston Berg. Weston Berg got one. Have two standing out there at this point. Going to turn and hand it off. It looks like Berg again. Berg breaks a tackle and bumps somebody else. So Berg gets the first down. It goes from the 19 out to the 30-yard line. So Berg gets a gain of 11. Out of Grant's pass first down, but we're down to 29 seconds now. And this off, not to Berg. I'll take it back. Maybe it was number 16 that had it. It was Berg. Berg gets about 5 out of that. And that'll be the game. They're just going to let it go. And that's the final here at Spiegelberg Stadium. North Medford wins this one going away and keeps their conference record perfect as they win this one by a count of 41-0. We're back with the Southern Oregon Sports Commission post-game show. They're encouraging the Know Your Role campaign, encouraging respectful behavior at youth sporting events. You're listening to Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net.
What do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
It's game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Daily adventures this summer starts at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation. Freshly ground, swiftly brewed. Add some extra crunch to your lunch with our mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken. The perfect combination of crispy juicy chicken and irresistible flavors. Earn free rewards and save at least 16 cents a gallon with our Peak Rewards app. Get supercharged and add to your fuel savings when you purchase Core Water, Nestle Ice Cream, and Red Bull. This summer, let's meet at the Peak and save on our daily adventures.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
And they play the song of victory over there across the way. They just got through ringing the victory bell. I'm doing a little math here, so just bear with me for a moment. All right, so we have this to recap for you because the scoring went this way. Old North Medford, they scored with 2:06 to go in the first period when Healy ran it in from 7 yards out. They kicked the extra point. It was 7-0. In the third period, they put 3 more on the board. A 35-yard, or Meeker with a 3-yard run. Healy to Pugliano for a 3-yard pass and a touchdown. And then Healy hooked up with Cicero at the 20.9 mark, 20 seconds, about 21 seconds to go. They hooked up from 21 yards out. At halftime, that PAT apparently was no good. It was 27-0. In the third, North Medford just kept the ball for most of the third quarter. Finally, with 3:29 to go, Jeremiah Robbins ran it in from 3 yards out, made it 34-0. And then in the fourth quarter, with 2:44 to go, Healy and Pugliano hooked up with an 8-yard pass for the second time tonight, and the extra point being good, it was 41-0. Some stats for you. Grants Pass just didn't have much offense going, at least on my unofficial stats. Their leading rusher was Pete Amata. He had 27. Blay ended up with only 3 yards. He got off to a good start, but he had a lot of minus yardage there in the first half. Bassett ran for 9, and at the end, Weston Berg ran it for 17 yards. Grants Pass completed 1 pass for 11 yards. Meanwhile, over here on the North Medford side, Landon Meeker had 37 yards. They didn't use him much in the second half. Healy only had 1 yard, but it's what happens when you get sacked, and the sack counts against your rushing yardage. Nolan Kelly had 18 on only 2 carries. Jeremiah Robbins had 85, but 51 of that came on 1 carry in the fourth quarter. And then Owings had 15 yards all in the fourth quarter. I had Traeger Healy down for 183 passing yards, and they're going to get him to the 250 mark to be in the state leaders, but still pretty good. And he passed, and he had 2 touchdowns, both of them to Pugliano. Make that 3 touchdowns because he had 1 to Cicero. 2 to Pugliano. Cicero was the leading receiver tonight, 90 yards. Tony Martinez had 6. A.J. Pugliano had 52, but 2 touchdowns in there, doing what tight ends do, catching the short ball and taking it into the end zone, and Landon Meeker caught 1 for 12 yards. Up next, well, we'll take a quick break, because what's up next? When we come back, we'll tell you what's up next as we end tonight's Lithia Superstore Game of the Night broadcast.
They're very curious about your new family member.
Hello. We built her so we could get a family plan.
Well, with U.S. Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines.
Oh.
I guess we don't need a 4th line anymore.
This is awkward.
U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
So it's a final here at Spiegelberg Stadium, Cobb Field in Medford, Oregon. And on the scoreboard, North wins by a 41-0 count. They scored quite literally, as the script says, 5 touchdowns. If I can find my book, I'll count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdowns. I missed 1. So they add $60 to the Rogue Credit Union club account. And I would tell you what they have earned through this game, but I don't know what they started at. I want to say that it's $250 so far for the year, but I could be horribly wrong about that. But yeah, we'll get it next week, all right? I promise you. We'd like to thank you for watching today's broadcast, and we'd like to thank North Medford High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on Table Rock Sports. Our next Table Rock Sports production is going to be tomorrow. Corey and I will be at Bowerman Field to watch boys soccer, I believe it is, as South Eugene comes to town to take on the North Medford Black Tornado. It's a pretty important soccer game for the Black Tornado. It's really pretty much one they need to win if they're going to keep playoff hopes alive, and they're going to have to do it against a really good South Eugene team because South Eugene always has a good soccer team. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. North Medford 41, Grants Pass nothing. This has been a special presentation at Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching. Good night from Spiegelberg Stadium in Medford, Oregon.